Hey, I just wanted to take some time and talk with you about something that has happened to me. I just wanted to share it just in case it happens to you or if you want to try to avoid it from happening to you. But of course, everyone's body reacts differently. So it could possibly never happen to you. But I do want to share this. I'm sorry, first off, that it's been a little while since I have made a video. I have been extremely busy at work with school. The kids, we have a lot going on with it being the end of the school year. So I'm trying to get everything ready for my kindergartners and get them ready for first grade, get all of the end of the year assessments and things like that done. And by the time I get home, I'm just wore plumb out. And I just kind of rest and relax. I have not worked out in a week and a half. Yeah, a week and a half. It's been a week and a half. So, yeah, my body's loving it. It's enjoying the rest, but my body is also kind of like, I'm ready to get back. But anyways, that is not what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to talk to you about Sunday. My husband and I went to eat, and we went to Sumo. For those of you that are not from around here, Sumo is a Japanese restaurant, kind of does like hibachi grill type things, and they have sushi and stuff like that. Well, we went and ate there. We don't really eat there much because I can't really eat anything there. And when I do, I have to just tell them just salt and pepper only on the meat and the veggies. And a lot of times it's kind of like, I don't really know if they're really doing that or not. And it doesn't taste as good. It's kind of, the chicken kind of gets dry tasting, and it's just not that good. So we just don't eat there very much. Well, my husband wanted to eat there, so we went. And I was just kind of feeling, adventurous, and gutsy, and was like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and we'll do this. We'll eat this without the gluten or without telling them special. I'll eat it the way it comes. And that's what I did. First off, I took a bite of the veggies, and they tasted absolutely treacherous. Like, it was so gross. My husband thought they tasted fine, but I thought that they tasted like, I don't know, like they had been sitting in old grease, and not just regular grease, like the grease that you fry French fries in, like it tasted like that old grease that you fry stuff in that had sat for days. Like, that's what it tasted like. It did not taste good to me, so I didn't eat the veggies, which I love veggies. Couldn't eat them. They just tasted nasty. So I didn't eat them, didn't touch them. And I ate the rice, a little of the rice, and I ate some of the chicken. I did not eat all of it because, honestly, I remember whenever I would eat this stuff before, and I thought it was so good, so yummy. Like, I could just eat everything up off of my plate. And I'm going to be honest with you, it really did not taste good to me. I really did not like how it tasted. It was just hard. It was hard to eat it. So I don't know if that's just me not eating that for so long and then having the taste of all that grease and all that MSG. I don't do MSG anymore. All that gluten, I don't do it. It just didn't, I don't know if it just didn't taste good to me. Well, I was curious, I'm like, I wonder what this is going to do to my body. I wonder if my body is now okay and is not sensitive to gluten anymore. I'm just curious on how my body's going to react to this, because this is a lot to do to my body in one day with MSGs and gluten, and that much MSG and that much gluten. It was a bad idea. I'm just going to tell you that flat out, right now, bad idea, worst idea ever. I will never do it again. I will never touch gluten again. I will never touch MSG. Like, I will not do it. Not after the way that I felt. Let me just tell you. I'm not going to lie. So I get home, and, it was fine. It was fine. and I went with my friend to a visitation, and then I came home. My legs started to ache a little bit. Normally whenever I eat gluten, it makes me bloated. It makes my belly hurt. It makes me feel like I have a cold, like my eyes will water, my nose will water, my eyes will swell up a little bit, like right under here. My joints, like my knees and my ankles, will hurt really, really bad, and I'm really, really fatigued. So I did have some joint pain, and I was very fatigued. So 2 of the 4 things that normally happen to me happened. I never got sick to my stomach, and I never felt like I had a cold like I used to get too, or do too. I just had those 2, the achy joints and the fatigue. Well, by the time I went to bed, my joints hurt so bad from my hip all the way down to my feet that I couldn't even hardly stand for the cover to touch me. So it was hard. It was a hard time going to sleep. It was a hard time getting comfortable in bed Sunday night. And then I'm going to tell you, I got up Monday and I felt okay. I was still a little achy, but I felt okay. By lunchtime, I was sitting down to eat lunch. It was 10:50, 10:55, 11 o'clock. I didn't even want to eat. Like I couldn't eat. Didn't want to eat. I couldn't do it. So I put my food up, didn't eat it. Then I started getting really, 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 really cold. I was cold. I started aching. Y'all, no lie, I ached so much. Like whenever you're cold, you kind of like rub your arms, to make yourself like try to warm yourself up. No, I did that. I was like, oh, like I couldn't even touch myself. Like I couldn't stand to touch myself. It hurt so bad. I hurt so bad. I would have chill bumps. My chill bumps were hurting. Like I was just like, no, I don't want to be cold because it's hurting to be cold because my chill bumps are hurting me. Like that's how bad I ached. I was aching from my scalp. My scalp hurt. Everything on me my whole body. There was no part of me untouched that was not hurting. And I was so cold, I couldn't get warm. I turned my classroom on 74. It was hot in there, but it was not hot to me. My poor kindergartners were like probably sweating. They probably felt like they were in a sauna. But nope, I was still cold. I was wrapped up in a blanket, tight like a burrito. Still cold. So I was like, you know what? I need to go. I think I may have a fever. There's no way I'm this cold and don't have a fever. So I walked down to the nurse and I had 100.1 fever. I had a low grade fever and came home. Got home at like 3:10 and slept until 6:30 the next morning. When I woke up the next morning, I felt completely fine. Y'all, that gluten and that MSG made me feel so bad. It threw my body into shock. And my body was doing everything that it could to fight that stuff out of my body and get it out of my body, that it caused me to have a fever. And it caused me to feel like I had the flu. Like, there's no way I had the flu and was over it within, it wasn't even 24 hours. It was less than 24 hours, like 12 hours, if that. I was over it. It was all because of that gluten. And so I just wanted to share that with y'all, let y'all know the experience that I have. And I need to have it documented so that I can remind myself the next time that I want to try and see if my body is no longer insensitive to gluten, then I can watch this, because no, I don't need to do it. I don't ever need to do it. It's a sign that stuff just is not good for my body. And I guarantee you it's probably not good for any of our bodies, but yeah, it was bad. It was rough. So I'm so glad that I shared that with you, and I hope that you have a great night, and God bless you all. Mwah.